Well, hello, my heart and hustle friends. It has been a few months since we've put out any new heart and hustle, beautiful conversations. I took a little hiatus, and just getting back into the groove and just excited. I'm excited to have Dianna Nicole with us today. I am Paulette Rees-Denis, in case you're new to me as well. I am your movement motivator and your passion instigator and your magic maker, lifestyle coach, entrepreneur. I run a global dance company. I'm a poet and many things, as is Dianna. And I can't wait to touch on all those things. Welcome, Dianna. Thanks for being here with me.
Thank you so much for having me. It's such an honor to be here.
Yay. So, Diana's in Dallas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now, I'm in Ohio. So, I kind of hit several places around the globe these days. But
Mhm.
I'm here and just excited to get back into the groove of having these beautiful conversations, these deep, touching, inspirational, educational conversations, wherever we tend to go with this. But I love introducing you, my friends, to beautiful people, specifically women, although I have interviewed a few men over the last 6 years of this conversation. Um, who are making change, who are creating the life they want, who are creating power and passion for others.
Mhm.
And Dianna, you are a multi-passionate, probably crazy woman too.
Yes, I've 100%. Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. What's happening for you right now?
Oh my goodness, right now, I am working in online, surprisingly TikTok because I'm in my 40s and so that was a new thing. But I am working, so I did $1 million in sales on TikTok in 6 months. So that has kind of taken over so many things.
Yeah,
Um,
congratulations on that.
Thank you. It has been insane to say the least. These days I'm spending my time making content that brings in income and kind of coaching women to do the same thing. But I will say that that's just what I'm doing now. I did not start here, and it's been a journey.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh my.
Where, where did you
Where should I
start?
begin? Right. Back 2,000 years ago, right? Um, well,
Well,
originally, so go ahead.
oh, I was just to say, well, I'm really curious about your singing too, your musical, since I play music as well. I've been a performer all my life, but we'll get to that. Go on, wherever you
Oh,
want to go.
yes, yes, yes. Well, I could say if I reach back far enough, I got married very young. I got married at 19, and I had my kids pretty young. So I had four kids back to back. And before that, I was a school teacher. And so when I became a mom, I was on this journey to try to figure out how to stay at home with those babies. And so the overarching thing, think even to now, is I'm a mom and I'm trying to make all the other things fit around being mom and wife. Whether that looks like trying to bring money in the house while I'm doing that, whether that looks like trying to take care of myself with mental health and physical health, like all these right, all these pillars build around that. But that's kind of where it all started for me. I was 19, I got married young, and I had my four babies, and that's kind of where my journey began.
Wow. So, how did you, oof, what are some of the phases you went through to get to where you
Mm.
are? And what's been hard?
That's really, really good. The phases, I would say that initial phase was kind of with the kids being born, it was just figuring life out. Because I was so young that I wasn't even really knowing who I was at that point. Nevertheless, trying to teach other people how to be, people themselves. So that phase was kind of just, I think of it as survival mode. You've got all these little people, they're close in age, money is tight because you're staying at home and hubby is bringing home income, and it's not the society that we live in is not what it used to be a one income house.
Mm.
So the phase then was kind of like, listen, we're surviving, but we're doing it with a whole lot of joy. We did a lot of parks and museums and homeschooling and I cooked a lot of dinners and lunches and breakfasts. Um, and then I think I went through this entrepreneur phase where it's like, okay, bringing in, I think we've all maybe dabbled in a little something, what is it, the pampered chef and the prepaid legal, all the like little house party things or just
Yeah,
trying to bring in
yeah.
a little money.
Tupperware.
Right, Tupperware, all the things, nails, a spa day. Um, and so I think I transitioned into kind of from survival mode into entrepreneur mode. Like, how can I do this, bring in money into the house, at the same time as staying at home? So then there was that phase. Then there was the, I call this the crazy phase. Um, we discovered that our house was where a lot of our money was lying. So we're like, if we flip the house that we live in and we sell it, we can make chunks of money. So my crazy phase was we were flipping houses that we lived in while homeschooling, while being a full-time mom. And I think at that point, I might even had some home daycare kids. It was a
Oh my God.
crazy phase.
I know. I totally get it, man. I totally get that. I think
Oh,
I've done so many things.
right. But as women, I think we do what we have to do.
Well, either that or we just sit on our ass and nothing happens, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then I think that there's this, I love this at the beginning when you were saying you're multi-passionate because there's this part where you're trying to find how to bring that income in, but then there's this other part. It's like, I want to do that, but I also want to do the things that light my fire that I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
And that could be a lot of things. Um, so I went through that phase, the crazy phase, flipping houses and things like that. Then I went through the putting the kids in school phase and kind of being a little more free to go back into the workforce. And that was my working phase. Um, and then I think now they're older. I think all of them are grown except for my last one,
How old are they?
23, 21, 19, and my baby will be 18 next month.
So you still have one at home?
Yes, she's moving out in May, my
Ooh.
last one. So I'm about to be in my free phase. Um, so I think that this phase that I've been in while they have been at that age is this reinvention phase. It's like I'm transitioning into me and fully me.
Oh man, totally.
Right. Right.
And this
So
is this this
reinvention
is all
phase.
this is all the stuff that I coach my clients on is that
Mm.
reinvention. It's rewriting your story.
Yes. Yes,
Because
yes,
we
yes.
change and people forget that they change as they get
Yeah.
older, right?
Yeah.
People want to stay back how they were, 10 or 20 years ago. And it's like, why?
Yeah, because
Why?
our body felt good then. It's like, can we have this brain with that body?
Oh boy.
Yes, yes, yes. But yeah, reinvention phase. Embarking on the freedom phase. Um,
Oh, and
you
how does
asked
that feel to you?
which parts, which phase?
Well, embarking on the freedom phase.
Um, I'm very excited about it. Because I had at such a young, I started motherhood at such a young age. I didn't have that like 20-year-old go out with your friends. So from my perspective, I'm excited because I feel like now I get to just, you know, live, be free. I get to do I want to go clubbing? Maybe not, but maybe.
Maybe.
So I'm feeling excited about it. I know I've been talking to my friends about it and the empty nest thing, and a lot of them are afraid. Like, who will I be? And I'm like,
Well, don't you think that that happens a lot with women who have children and put all of their juice into their children, which I
yeah,
mean, of course you want to, you're their mom, but
yeah,
you do tend to lose yourself if you
yes,
don't stay on top of that part of yourself.
it's
And
true.
I know I've talked to lots of women who've gone through that and they don't know what to do now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
But I don't think I think you have a lot to do.
I do have a lot to do. But the thing is, I learned that you asked me what was hard. I learned that the hard way. So back in pandemic, I went into the pandemic married and I came out of the pandemic divorced,
Oh,
right? And so after 17 years of marriage, my children's father and we went through a divorce. And I realized in that season that I had lost myself.
mm.
I had lost myself so much so I had gotten coaching, and I remember my coach telling me, write down a list of 10 things that you love to do that make you smile. And I couldn't write one.
Right? I know. Why is that so hard? What have we done to ourselves?
I think you're right. I think that when you said, you pour, you get into that season. It's like, oh, I've had kids. So you pour, and you're married and you pour. And I don't know if you're in a community or a church or whatever, and you pour. And somewhere along the way, you leave that girl behind and lose her. You lose her. So yeah,
But meanwhile, you leave the girl behind, but you step into more of the woman.
it's true. It's true.
So, talk to me about your singing.
Mm.
And are you
Oh,
still vegan?
I am still vegan. Yes. I am still vegan, still singing. I actually just had a veggie burger before the call. Uh, um, the beautiful thing about my singing is it's the one thing that has stuck with me the whole way. I did lose it for a little bit there. I think so. I've been singing since I was a kid. I grew up in church, so they push you, get in the choir, and you're like, okay.
And
And
this was in
all
Chicago?
this was in Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And then through that season of like being a mom and kind of losing myself, I was writing all these songs but stuffing them in envelopes. So I
Oh.
wasn't singing out to the world. I was just kind of singing in my closet for myself.
Mhm.
Um, and then as my kids got older, I'm like, I need to share these songs with the world. And so I started doing these like private concerts and
And these
these
were songs that you wrote, or these were like cover songs?
nope,
Or
these
you
were
wrote.
all songs that
What
I wrote.
instrument are you playing?
Piano mostly.
Okay.
But I don't even really play anymore. Oh, gotta pick something back up. Yeah. So yeah, just writing. And then I was doing these private house concerts. I put the kids to bed and go to someone's house and do an intimate concert and just that was the one thing that I had. Um, and when I went through the divorce, I didn't sing at all. And I couldn't even listen to my music. I couldn't even listen to it. If someone turned it on, it was like, turn it off, you know? And I lost it for a moment. And and I lost my veganism too. I went through a divorce. I remember the first night we were separating, I picked up a slice of pizza and my kids are, what are you doing? I'm like, mind your business. I'm eating this, you know? And so for a whole year, it was terrible. I don't know how much we can say on this podcast, but I couldn't even poop. It's like, I used to poop when I was eating. Now I can't even poop anymore.
Oh no.
Um, but I found her. I went through the realization with coaching that I didn't love me. I had lost me and I didn't love me.
Mm.
And how could I expect to be loved by anyone else when I didn't even love myself? And so I embarked on this journey, and I got my singing back and I got my self-care back and I got my smile back. And so now I love me, and it's so much easier to show up as authentically me with everybody else because I don't know. I don't know if it happens when you're 40 or what happens when you go through a divorce, but you're like, I just don't care what everybody else thinks anymore because the most important thing is to be the best version of myself for me. And that's kind of where we are.
I love it. So what about this $1 million TikTok thing? Come on.
Oh my gosh, the TikTok stuff. The TikTok stuff is new, right? I just started a little over 1 year ago. Um, I had gotten really sick.
Hmm.
And so, before that, I had gotten, I'm always doing a little something here and there, but for the most part, because I'm a former teacher, I can always go pick up substitute teaching. So I'm substitute teaching. All of my kids are grown. They're kind of doing their thing, except for the last one that's in high school. And I get really sick, and my doctor's telling me, Diana, this is brought on by stress, so you kind of need to let some things go. And so I let my job go. I quit that substitute teaching job, and I'm like, all of my singing and my speaking and those things, they're nice, but I need steady. Like I need a steady stream that's coming in. Because, groceries are a steady bill and gas is
You
it's a
have to have that.
steady
Yeah.
bill, right? Um, and so I saw all these people saying that they were making all this money on TikTok just making videos from their house. And I'm kind of like, that much money is a little bit impossible, insane. You have to be lying, or there has to be some scam here. And so I quit my teaching job and I decided I'll just give it a go. And so I got on TikTok. I remember one of my first videos. I said, "Hi, I'm a 41-year-old mom of four trying this TikTok thing, from scratch." And that was October of 2024, so a little bit over a year ago now. And I thought I knew what I was doing because I'm like, I'm a speaker, I'm a singer. This should be easy. And I made $39 my first month. So
What were you selling?
so there's this beautiful thing on TikTok. It's called the TikTok Shop Affiliate Program, where companies will send you items for free
Hmm.
and you make the videos about them and you get a commission. So literally you can pick any product. Like if you like makeup, you do makeup. If you like books, you do books. If you like clothes, you'll see ladies just, showing their outfit. It
Uh-huh.
literally could be anything. So I'm mostly sold books because I like books. But when I tell you, like it could be anything. So I was just selling products from other companies that would give me the stuff. And that's how I made my $39. I was selling dude wipes and books and vitamins and all kinds, just making videos. You just make videos. So I didn't know what I was doing. I made $39 and I cried. And I'm like, either these people are lying or they know something I don't know. So I bought all the courses, all the courses. I think I spent $10,000 in courses. And I went from making $39 in November to making $19,000 in December. And I was like,
Hello.
I think that I thought it was a fluke.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Because I
I
remember when
guess
I
it'll never happen again.
like wait, because it's insane. Just to put this in perspective, I made $18,000 a year my first year teaching.
Yeah.
So $19,000 in a month was like, so anyway, so I went on to January and then I made $49,000 in January in the month. Yeah, and so I left Chicago.
But I want to pause for a second because I want to
Mhm.
step back to what you said because this is what is really important. You said
Mhm.
you invested
Yes.
$10,000 in a bunch of courses.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You did it, right?
Yeah.
And that's where I see so many of my clients, of people I know who, oh, I can't take that course because I can't afford it. It's like, yeah, but what's going to be your return on investment,
Right.
right? What's
Right.
your ROI? Why don't you want to invest in yourself?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's too expensive. I don't have the money.
Yeah.
Okay, then you're going to stay right where you are.
Right. It's like what, well, because a lot of people say that to me. Well, I can't afford. It's like, well, can you afford not to? If you're in the same spot now, next year,
Exactly. Exactly right. Yeah.
right?
I know, and it just blows my mind. I have spent so much money on coaching packages and certifications and studying with certain people, the hundreds of thousands,
Yeah. Right.
and I would do it all over again
Yes.
because
Yes.
bringing me growth and expansion and education, and it's satisfying my curiosity. It's giving me tools and skills I didn't have before,
Yes.
right? That
Yeah.
I can utilize to continue the circle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So bravo to you for doing that, especially in
Thank
that
you.
low period, that's the hardest part.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think that we're so brainwashed with the school stuff because for me, I knew I didn't want to go back to full-time teaching. And I had spent, like you said, we spend thousands and thousands. My teaching degree was way more than
Right. Yeah.
$10,000.
Yeah.
And then I was looking at all this online stuff and I'm like, well, maybe I can go back and get my master's. But I'm like, if I go back and get my master's, they're giving me quotes of $50,000. That'll take me the next 2 to 3 years that I may get a job when I get done. And I don't even want to do that stuff. So I'm like, worst case scenario, I'll spend this 10,000. It won't work, but I won't have spent $50,000 in 3 years, in 3 years of school.
I think it all depends on what it is that you're doing and what you want.
Yes.
Like
It's
I
true.
did go back and get my master's, but I did it when I was 50.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
loved
yeah,
it. And
yeah.
I would do that all over again. I have my own publishing company. I've put out 4 books.
Yes. Love
I
that.
teach journaling and writing classes.
Yeah,
So, I I think one of the things to think about is that you don't have to do it all when you're 20 or when you're 30.
you don't. You don't.
Like I said, I did this when I was 50,
Yeah, yeah,
you know? So there's always room for more and there's always more to do.
yeah. But
Right?
I think that we've been brainwashed into that. You have to get your certification and your degree in your 20s. It's got
Yeah.
to
You
cost
got
you
to go to
this much
school right
money.
away. Bam.
Right. You got to have your career, and that's your career.
Yeah.
That's it. And it's like, no, like I can reinvent myself at 40. I can reinvent myself at 50. I can reinvent myself at 60 and 70.
Oh yeah. Honey, I'm 68. Come on. I'm not done yet.
Right. And I had a guy who was when I was in college and music school, I had an 81-year-old in my music class with me. It's like, I just wanted to come back and learn. So I love this idea that you're always reinventing yourself. I love it. It's very true. Maybe I'll
Well,
get my master's at 50.
there you go. But but it's just stepping into more wisdom
Yeah.
and being more of who you are, being more of who you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's so beautiful. So, are you singing now?
I am singing. I'm just back to singing. Um, so I'm always singing. I should say this. I'm always singing behind closed doors, always. It never stops. Or walking down the street for my morning walk. I'm sure my neighbors think that I'm nuts.
They're
She's
gonna, that crazy
always
woman.
singing there. She's so loud. Um, but the online stuff kind of took over this past year, doing that and the coaching. And I'm just now kind of, I've gotten some other coaches to help me. And I'm like, you guys, I'm going to go sing. And so I'm putting together my local band in Dallas. And it's like, I'm gonna go sing now. Thanks. I'm gonna pack up my van and set up my tables and do my children's books, and because that's the part that feeds my soul.
Mhm.
Um, I love the speaking, I love the sharing, and I love the singing. And TikTok is cool. What I appreciate TikTok for is it gives me that steady, and I can take it with me wherever I am. If I'm traveling in the van, I can do my videos and be done. But that singing, if I'm not singing, I'm just not being fully me.
I know it's right here.
It's right here, right?
I hear you.
Yeah.
As a dancer and a singer, playing music,
It's nothing like it.
there's nothing like it. Dancing with somebody, to me, is so much of that is about co-creation.
Mm.
So, I mean, I've been on stage with my husband ever since we met. I've been on stage since I was 7. My husband and I've been together 44 years. We've been in bands
Oh,
together. We've traveled the world together performing.
I love that. Oh, I need to keep your number. I love that.
And
Oh,
and but and the beauty in that to me is that connection. Now, not everybody, some people want to be solo performers or whatever, and that is fantastic.
Yeah,
But to me, it's the connection that I get from creating with someone else.
together. Yeah,
Singing with someone else, like harmonizing with someone, blows my mind. Dancing with someone blows my mind.
yeah. I
And
love
that's just me. But that's the stuff that feeds me.
it. Yeah,
And so you do what feeds you,
yeah.
right? So you can do the other stuff too. But
Mm-hmm.
if you don't feed you, you can't do the other stuff.
It's true. It's true. And you'll end up quitting. You'll end up quitting that. So I'm like, I gotta go
Well,
do this.
and I think that's important for multi-passionates to think about
Yeah.
because I'm not going to stop doing all the things I love. Some people say do one thing. Are you kidding? I'd jump off the roof.
Uh, we were in a meeting just this past Saturday, and they go around the circle. Everyone introduce yourself. And the guy says, and tell us what your one passion is. And my eyes go, tell us one thing you're passionate about. One.
I don't know. Not gonna happen.
I said, and he said share one thing, so I'll share one thing. I just want to share that my one passion is being passionate about a lot of things.
That's the best answer right there.
I said, or using all of my gifts to inspire other people to use all the things, all their gifts that they're passionate about. Like one? No way.
Yeah.
No.
And blessings to those who have that one thing.
Right.
You know,
Right.
but I don't know. Anyway, I think it's all great. So, okay, really quickly. So, what do you do for yourself, like on a daily basis?
Mm. Number one, it has to be a walk. And I think that that was one of my major reasons for leaving Chicago because it's cold.
Mm.
And for 3 months out of the year, I couldn't just go outside. And if I can't do anything else, I need to throw on some leggings, throw my hair up in a ponytail, and just go walk. I need to hear, and I'm not one of those walk with headphones people. It's like I need to hear the wind, hear the water, hear the birds, breathe, sing really loud, no matter who's looking at me. I don't care if the neighbors think I'm nuts. Or if I do have on headphones, it's because I want to be able to dance while I walk. So I have like this dance walk, like, I mean, she's the crazy lady. She literally is the crazy lady, but it's
I love
fine.
you. Oh my God.
But if I can't do that, my day is just kind of like, you know,
That
um,
we are sisters. I am
that's what I
totally
said. I
on
need
that
to,
page. I
when
am
we
on
get
that
done with the
page.
podcast, I'm writing down your number. Where are we meeting up?
Because that is my one. I mean, I have a few, but my super big one negotiable is to get out every morning. And I walk with my dog.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
have to. I have to.
Hmm. Yeah. It's a non-negotiable. And
Mhm.
if it ends up that it doesn't happen, my day is a different day.
It is totally. Hmm.
And so what I found is when I was in Chicago, they talk about the seasonal depression from November, December, January, February. I'm just going like this. I'm gaining weight. I'm getting sad. People online will be like, "We haven't seen you." And I'm like, "I am under the bed." Under the bed. And so I had to move somewhere. And now I'm just waiting for my daughter to graduate because I'm like, now I want to go to, Colombia for 2 months or here. Like, I need the sun.
Yeah.
So anyway, walking. We were just talking about this last night. We are doing our cards. Water, all things water. I can stay in the shower for an hour. I can take a bath, or we can go swimming, whatever it's going to take to get me in some water. And I'm not like go surfing type of,
Yeah. Yeah. Different water.
yeah, different water. Just shower for an hour, bathtub, get on a floaty. I love to kayak.
Mm.
I love to kayak. And I mean, I like to ride on other boats too, but I want the kind of boat that I don't have to depend on someone else. That I can just pick it up and put it on the water and just I do that for me. I know that this probably is silly, but at this age, I need my nap.
Why is that silly? I take a nap every day.
I listen, my husband goes, "Did you get your nap?" Like, I mean, you know why? I think it's silly because remember I was telling you I went through a divorce and I had to go through coaching. I think that all the time that I was being a mom and being married, I didn't take a nap because I felt guilty. I
Oh,
thought that
uh,
taking a nap meant that I wasn't doing something that I was supposed to be doing. And after I started taking so I started taking naps and I started doing the self-care, doing the walks and things like that. And I realized I said, so all that time, all I needed was a nap. Like, like
give
you
me a
get
bumper
your
sticker. All you need is a nap.
all you need is let yourself out. And so, my kids will go, oh, she's such a different mommy. She's like, oh, you're doing the soft parenting. I'm like, I'm not doing soft parenting, but you're such a different person. I said, I get a nap. It's literally, it's either I'm sleepy, I need to go outside, or I need something to eat, or I probably ate something that I shouldn't have eaten. But yeah, that's,
Good. I love it so much. So
mm,
great. So great. All right. Well, we got to wind this up. Um, so what's next for you? Really quickly, what's next?
oh, I'm traveling. As soon as that baby graduates in May, I'm either going to be somewhere in my van at some roller coaster or some music fest or
Oh my
something,
God, you
or that van
travel.
is going to be parked because I took a plane somewhere else that was outside of the United States. Like that's what we're spending the next 15, 20 years
Doing good. Girl, just
traveling.
do it. It's so good. It's so much fun. That's so great.
Right.
Oh, well, I'm so happy to meet you and be able to share your story with everybody. So everybody out there, please comment, please ask questions, connect with Diana. She's on Facebook and TikTok and she's everywhere just like I'm everywhere. And I'll put all her connections down in the post. Diana, thank you for being here. So great. Oh my God, I'm crying. I've been laughing. Um,
Thank you for having me. We're going to be besties after
Oh
this.
my God, I know. We got to go walking together.
Gotta go walking.
All right, love. Thank you everybody for being here again. Thanks for being here for 2026. This is the first podcast of 2026 because like I said, I took a break and I'm back. I'm
Welcome.
back in so many ways, which is also very exciting. And Diane, I wish you the best. Just so much fun and so much experience and things to do. Right? Things to do and share. Really important to share, to give back, to help empower someone else to step into their womanhood or their power or their creativity, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's true.
And I love it. I love you all. Thanks for being here. And I will see you again until we meet again. Blessed be.